the Normal Nerds podcast, where two very normal dudes talk about very nerdy stuff. And what else I feel like talking about. I'm your host, Maxwell Cercio.
And I'm your host, who's glad he can't see his ancestors' memories, Davis Bates.
This episode is our weekly anime review. So sit back, relax, and welcome to the Normal Nerds podcast. All right, Davis.
Yo,
Another good slot of anime.
hell yes. It's pretty fun. It's pretty fun just watching great anime, every week. Every week. Every week.
It's awesome. It's amazing.
Oh my goodness, yes. So yeah, but I say we just kick it off with Demon Slayer right now. Yes.
That's the anime we always kick it off with.
I am just saying we should jump into it right
I know.
now, asshole.
But let's start out Demon Slayer season
3. I got it.
Swordsmith Village.
Swordsmith Village arc.
Great arc.
Awesome episode. This arc is amazing right now.
There's one big problem with it, though.
What?
We're on episode 5.
I know.
I know. When I saw like episode 5, I was like,
I know.
No, why can't this be episode 2?
I know. And these episodes go by so fast, dude.
I know.
When they cut to the commercial
Yeah.
break there, which we stream it, so it doesn't matter. When they cut to commercial,
Yeah.
I'm just like, that was already half the
Yeah,
episode.
no, it was terrible.
I feel like the opening just happened. It
really did.
Right?
However, I'll say these last 2 episodes, they like seemed like they were going to end.
Yeah.
And then continue.
And they kept going.
And I was like, oh. Mm-hmm.
It's like, good. Well, yeah, when he started, at the end of the episode there, when he started doing his, like, when he's like, I have a flame blade now.
Mm-hmm.
And like the music was really gearing up to cut on us. And they just give us that little bit that we need. And it was like, yes.
Yeah, no, that was really nice.
Yes, give me the fight. But overall, I think this was a great introduction to the Love Hashira and the way she fights with her whip sword, which I guess doesn't go solid. I was totally wrong on that. Yeah, it doesn't. I thought it could go from flaccid to erect really fast, but it doesn't. It's just a whip sword sort of thing.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be like a regular sword that could extend, but
I think it's fine. It's a cool way of fighting.
No, I think
don't know
good.
how it works exactly. Don't know
I
what
like how like
rubber
like,
metal
oh my
they
God,
have.
because they didn't really talk about it in other episodes. They're like save the chief, save the chief.
Yeah, because he's
And
the
then
most
they'll be
skilled.
fine. He's the most skilled person.
Yeah,
there.
he's the one that made the sword.
Yeah, so that's cool.
Which that old man is 100%. He was coughing up blood.
Yeah, but then she caught him.
Oh,
And
I'm sorry.
now
Oh,
he's
that's
fine.
right. Those guys
Oh
were
my God, it was hilarious.
killing me. It's like, I fell on my head too. Hold my hand. And she was gonna do it too. And the
I
little
know.
man was like, get out of here.
Yeah, he's like, is it back off? I love that.
Oh my God. It's
usually like as we are known as the CGI haters, I don't really.
very sorry. One, two.
The worst. I hate when that happens.
Yep, it's bad. So bad.
We're known to be CGI haters. However, I don't really hate the fish.
No, I think they look fine.
Yeah, I think they look fine.
Right? I think it's
still blatantly CGI, but it's like not.
Yeah.
Maybe 'cause it's like smooth or something.
Yeah, maybe that's it. And the fish die instantly.
And then
so.
die instantly. And maybe it's because like they're not. A lot of times like CGI things move weird. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And they're not really. Maybe because they are demons.
Yeah, maybe because they're supposed to move weird.
I
That
don't
makes
know.
makes sense. And they're
It's
also
not
like,
bad, though.
I don't know, sometimes they're really detailed for CGI too.
Yeah.
There's a lot of times where CGI they'll like like the Colossal Titans, like when they're drawing them, you can see every like bit of like sinew and everything and bone, and now like it's all sort of blurs together and it's badly done.
Yeah.
But these ones are
that's
just
a
like
good
these
point.
fish like are designed. Even the really big one that they had,
Yeah.
they're just designed really well. So
That's a good
I don't know. Yeah, maybe maybe Demon Slayer, as always, doing everything right. Is
Yeah,
just also
because they-
figuring out CGI.
Yeah, because I've heard people said before that I've worked with or I'm like, I hate CGI. And they're like, what about Demon Slayer? And I'm like, Demon Slayer does it exactly how you're supposed to do it.
Yeah.
They draw what's very important and they add CGI to it to like, they use CGI as an accent. Usually,
Yeah, it's pretty
like,
much,
to the
yeah.
drawing.
And they usually only use it on like things that like just to save time on animating, pretty much. Like
Yeah.
remember in the
Moving Train.
Mugen Train arc, apparently, not movie.
That was their worst CGI.
Yeah, that was their worst CGI. Even that wasn't
But it
that
was-
bad.
no, it wasn't
like,
terrible.
And it wasn't. And I thought it was just like the way they do it. The way they slide it in is just fine. It's good.
Speaking of Mugen Train, the part where Tanjiro is like, he's right before he does that, what's it called? What's the move called?
The head dance.
Yeah, the head dance there. Yeah, before he does that move, and he's like, I gotta think of everyone in the past. It's like, that's I gotta say, and it shows like, the one Hashira, I don't remember his name, the water boy, like Nezuko, someone else. But then it shows like Tengen like half of his body on the screen, and then Mugen's like coat is like I'm like, which?
Oh, you mean Rengoku?
Rengoku, sorry.
Rengoku, yeah.
I'm like, I'm like, whoa, no, you are more Rengoku. Is it because he's dead?
Yeah, is that what we're doing right now? Is that what we're doing this? No. Give me everything. Give me everything. What the hell? Yeah, no, that was an uplifting scene too. It's like they all brought me here.
It was an awesome scene.
I like how they made Tengen not look all beat up too and shit.
Yeah,
it was like, it's not how he looks now, but okay.
And also, we haven't seen that one guy in forever.
The sword, the water,
the
old water Hashira, essentially. Mm-hmm. Or no, the current water Hashira, and then we also saw his master in there.
Yes.
Yeah, which was very cool.
Yes.
He wears a mask too, which is interesting. I want to know. I thought it was just a quirk of the swordsmiths, but maybe he was a swordsmith.
Maybe he was.
Maybe he was swordless. Why wear a mask? I don't know.
Maybe he retired to be one.
Maybe that could be it. That could be it.
He became a swordsmith.
That could be it. That could definitely be it.
Maybe he just feels shame in something that he did, so he wears a mask.
Probably all the dead kids that he sent to the mountain.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what was also sick was first of all, let's talk about it. I can't remember. It was exploding blood red sword, or was it exploding blood?
Oh
sword?
yeah, it's like exploding blood. It's like flaming blood sword or something like that.
Exploding is the
exploding. It's exploding. It's exploding blood sword. Then
the terrible name.
Terrible. What is with anime protagonists having hard times and everything's like cool? You know, Naruto couldn't do it.
Comes from.
Yeah, that's a good question.
I guess it exploded in flames.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, a term you could use.
I don't fucking know. Tanjiro just can't name things. That's what it comes down to. He's not a namer. Yeah. Like, so it's very. That thing was awesome though. When Nezuko, I know when I saw her grabbing him, like, oh, she's gonna light it up like she did when they fought the Spider Kid. I thought it was gonna be
that was awesome.
Super dope. It was super dope. It was super dope. It was like, let's go.
Absolutely.
And it turned the sword red, which is super interesting. Like, what I'm wondering is like, is Nezuko's flames just cooking it, or is it like reacting to her blood?
I don't know.
And like changing, and like what maybe she would have a red sword if she was a demon slayer, or who knows?
Or maybe like when it's actually like infused with like magic,
with fire and shit or something like that. Yeah, that could be it too.
What's awesome too is how he like he was compared to the samurai. And like they were like showing like the images with him too. I'm like, oh my god, that's so cool.
When all the demons were like freaking out, like I love how the cellular memory like forces them like to fuck up when it's happening. It's like they're all hallucinating, and it's like oh shit. Like when the joy was flying at him, he was like oh shit. I thought that was great. Quick note. I thought this was actually a cool power, but then Tanjiro's been doing it, and I was like, ooh, I'm really glad we don't have cellular memory like that, because like, what if you just got like a memory of your grandparents doing it? Like that would be horrendous.
Horrible.
Like these memories seem to trigger when like-minded events are happening, so it would probably trigger during a really bad time.
It would happen at least once.
It would be horrible.
Yeah, it'd be horrible.
Yeah, that's when you just use.
Not just grandparents.
Yeah, no, I don't want to go. I don't want to think about it. Yeah. That's the closest familial line I was willing to discuss.
Okay. Yeah, no, because that must have been his like grandmother or something.
His grandma. I mean, that guy could have been like 300 years old. No, so Yorochi's like 300 years old, so that could have been way down his line.
Yeah, I just meant like older relative.
Oh, yeah. I guess grandmother would still be great.
Yeah, like
she's great
grandmother. Yeah, it could have been one of those. Actually, what did they say? 600 years?
I thought it was 300 years.
300 years?
Yeah, because the Yorochi bot is
300
years old. I think that's what he said. I could be wrong. 100 or 300, who knows?
Tanjiro was sick. Then Genya is a demon at the end. We already knew that. We'll get more into that when we figure out how.
How that works, because I've been healing.
Definitely wasn't during the trials because they were in
Wisteria.
Wisteria, thank you.
Mountain there.
Forest, and we've seen him in sunlight before, so I don't know. Could be like maybe there's more to it. Maybe there's more to demon stuff than we know.
Probably. I mean, like if Nezuko and what's her name, the other nice demon lady, could take Muzen's power and break it and make it their own. Like, who knows? Maybe there is.
Nice demon lady.
Remember all of them season 1?
With the kid that was called Nezuko Ugly?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I forget what her name is, but she's like, I guess actually she's Lady Tamato or something like that. He's collecting blood for her, and like they bring it up every now and again when they fight an upper demon.
Oh yeah, with the dog, the cat.
Yes. He's collecting blood for her, so if she gets blood of the upper moons, which are closest to Muzen, she thinking that she can take him down somehow. But who knows?
And then since this show's amazing, there's still so much more to talk about.
I know
the Miss Hashira.
Oh yeah.
Needled.
Yeah, he's getting fucked up.
Yeah, I know these Hashira get, which I actually love, and we've definitely said it before on the podcast, but we'll say it again. Is that's what we love is that the Hashira are like demons are so strong.
Yes.
That like it takes a Hashira to even like
combat them. Even like the slightest.
When you get Rengoku and he still couldn't beat one.
Couldn't be upper 3.
Yeah, and they just healed up.
Yeah.
And left. But before that, we got to see which one's this one? The upper 5 or upper?
This is upper 4.
4?
No, yeah. Because wait, I don't know.
In one of them.
One of them's the upper. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to look at this. I think the multi the head splitter there is. I think he's the upper 4.
We'll look it up. But his like grotesque art. He's really into art. Apparently.
Oh, I want to talk about that. I truly do appreciate whoever writes Demon Slayer for making the weirdest, dorkiest, garbagiest looking Upper Moon be an artist. I thought that was hilarious.
And have to explain his art.
Oh, all of it. Oh, yes. Every single aspect of it. It's like, yes, good. I'm glad you have represented the worst of the art world right here. Thank you. By this freak of a demon with his eyes rearranged. Ugh. And his pots. I'm interested to see how he seems to have a lot of powers. So I'm very interested to see how this all works.
He's upper 5.
He's upper 5? Okay.
Yeah, so upper 4.
Yeah, this genie in a bottle here has a lot of powers.
Yeah,
like he just keeps
like
materializing.
He at least has 4 more.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It looks like it was coming out of his weird little chubby arms.
Yeah, I don't know. If that's
one was I don't know what kind of fish those were.
Goldfish?
They look like kind of
koi fish.
Koi. I don't think they were koi fish.
No, I think they were goldfish, but fucked up.
Yeah, and they spit needles.
Yeah, that was fucking weird.
Fucking crazy. And then the fact that he can teleport, I think you just said that. So
yeah, he like keeps material. I think I'm betting
Where
that
did they come from?
Yeah, it's the question. I think he has to place. I'm betting he has to place them ahead of time, and he's like has just a billion all over the place because otherwise he's just teleporting, and it's like.
Yeah, well, it seems like he's going to the vase. Yeah.
Yeah, but like that's what I'm saying. Like he has to lay them out ahead of time. Otherwise,
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it'd be stupid.
Yeah, you're teleporting endlessly.
I know, yeah.
Like, what are you doing here? What kind of jar does that?
Yeah.
Like, and
also
he controls water.
His water prison jar. That was such a great line by his character. It was like, I just took away the most important thing to Demon Slayer is their breath. And I was like, oh.
Yeah. Just want to say they're copying Naruto there with the water prison jutsu. You're saying. Back in Kakashi with Zabuza all the way back in. No, I thought that was a great line, great idea, great move. I'm just really enjoying how the Mist Kid is completely perturbed by any of this. Mm-hmm. Like he's drowning right now, and he's like, I can't cut it.
Yeah.
What do now? Or he gets stuck with needles, and it's like, this is nothing. I feel nothing. It's just like you guys
need to get out of here.
Yeah. But he's got his whole little memory thing is just like that's affecting him more than the actual physical damage. So he's getting his memories back and all this stuff, and like that's hilarious.
Definitely seems like it was a demon that killed this village.
Oh, 100% was 100%.
It's gonna be some demon we know somehow too.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably one of Aki or upper 3s. Oh, I want to talk about this really fast because I was rewatching some. I rewatched Rengoku's little prequel episode for Mugen Train.
Why?
Yeah, I felt like it. I want to see it.
Okay.
I saw a bunch of clips of it on YouTube and I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to watch it. It's like, yeah, that'll be nice. And Goku's awesome. So I was like, but it was very cool because the demon he's fighting there the entire time, I didn't realize this till I rewatched it, it's a demon that probably got his blood from the upper 3 because he has the same tattoos and same ability, like speed. So it looks like just a watered down version of him. Oh. So I think that's kind of cool in my opinion. Like, it's like that. Cool. It's like the lesser ones sort of represent who they got their blood from.
Yeah.
That's cool. So I thought that was interesting.
But overall, we'll just see what happens in the next episode. Definitely gonna get more Love Ashira with her thunder size. Never complaining about that.
Oh my god, she's a muscle mommy right now.
She's a muscle mommy.
She is. Whew.
Yeah. Thank you, Japan, for just having jack dudes and hot girls.
Yep. I was a little jealous of the swordsmith people for a minute there when I was there. I think I'm just like, I don't blame the guy. I was like, I felt my head.
Yeah.
Hold my hand.
Yeah, I just hold my hand.
I know. I find it interesting too that they're all they're breaking their masks so much more now too. So cool. It's like, oh my god, you're just people under there.
Yeah.
Cool. You're regular looking people.
Katetsu, also another good episode for him when they like cowered behind the Mashle.
Oh my god!
Another
Yeah.
good episode
Why are
for
you guys hiding behind? Why are you guys cowering behind me? It's like because we'd be dead on our own.
Yeah, no. So, I mean, I would do the same.
100%.
Yeah.
Oh my
I'm like,
god!
you're a god.
Yeah.
I make swords.
Yes, and they need to get his nice sword out of the
And
shed.
you've seen Katetsu fighting.
Oh yeah,
He can't.
He can't do it. He can't do it.
But let's move on to the second show that we always talk about. We're going to keep the order, even though I feel like, in my opinion, so our order right now is Demon Slayer, Hell's Paradise, Dr. Stone, Mashle.
Yeah.
My opinion, the best anime of the season right now is Demon Slayer. Second best is Mashle.
I agree with that.
opinion.
I agree
But
with that.
I'd say we keep the order just so we bookends.
Sure. Sounds good to me.
Hell's Paradise. Very good episode.
Yeah, and I was
God.
yeah, I was really happy we got it too because like last episode like we talked about was like kind of like slow,
slower,
and I was like you know what, I want to speed it up a little bit. And this episode was great.
Oh my gosh.
The combat was nuts. The giant. I'm sad he's gone, but he lived up to everything I wanted him to be. Just like this brute of a fucking huge individual. I thought it was great. Just 8 people for the hell of it.
Killed people.
Yeah, they tried to Demon Slayer it at the end there too, like giving him like a little sad backstory after he had his head cut off. I didn't care at all. No, I didn't care at all. No, he killed his whole village for fun.
You were, yeah, it's just horrible. I'm so
yeah,
glad
it was
he's
awful.
dead.
Yeah, yeah, very dead. The Giant of Bizu or something like that.
Yeah.
I love the titles they have.
Yeah. And I love, too, that this entire episode was a fight. I
Yeah.
thought it was going to be like, okay, first like 5 minutes will be a fight. The entire episode was like this
Entire
fight.
thing,
And I was like,
great.
sweet.
Yeah, I really had a great. I was very cool to see the Hollow like finally sweating there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because every now and again you need to like see that a character's not a god. And
Unless it's
my
like,
God.
One Punch Man.
yeah, well, yeah, that's different. That's totally different.
Unless it's a comedy.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
no, I like Mary Sue's.
Yeah.
But I like
Regardless,
one-
he's still for a good anime. Usually, unless it's built like that, like One Punch Man.
Yeah.
You need it to be like there's got to be challenges. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So I think as much as I love watching the heroes beat them down, it just feels so much sweeter when they have to like work for it.
I did like Segura there, actually coming strong, getting
Yeah.
calm with her like emotions and like being super skilled with the blade. When the giant was like swinging at her and she's like blocking all.
Oh
of them,
my
I
god,
like,
that was so cool.
I was like, damn, this team is a powerhouse.
Yeah, I love the explanation for it too. It's like one, she's finding her path or doing some anime bullshit where she levels up mid fight. But I really know the explanation from the dying guy was that. Well, she's like the monsters, the island, their new territory for her, so it's freaking her out. But like fighting regular, just criminals sentenced to death, she's like, I got no problem with this.
Yeah.
I will fucking kick your ass. I thought that was hilarious.
That was awesome.
Oh my goodness, and it was good to see her come back, like because she's been slacking since she pretty much got to the island. She's been slacking.
Yeah.
So it was cool to see that character that we saw back in episode 1 that was making the Hollow scared.
And that's what
actually
he
show
saw.
up.
He saw that
Yeah.
too, yeah.
She actually show back up and be that cool.
And then what was it I was gonna say? This I can't remember the girl's name. The girl ninja.
The
Kanoichi. I did like her when Gabimaru.
Gabimaru, yeah.
Gabimaru was like, he's like, I thought you said we were gonna help fight, and she's like, oh okay. She's like, go.
Oh, yeah, I know.
I
Just
was like,
started
this
cheering him on.
bitch.
Oh my god, I love that. I love too her watchdog guy, the raccoon dog guy. I enjoy how he's like, and she gets it too. He's like, yeah, we should help, but not really.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, I'm here for information as well.
Yeah.
And she just has him pinned to a tree. to
Definitely
seem
seems
safe.
like he's gonna be strong though.
I hope so. Or like,
Like she
yeah.
gave like a thing, and he like did that glasses move, dude.
Yeah,
where he, like, looked down
yeah.
and his eyes like glared over. And
Yeah.
I was like, you know, actually.
Either that or he's a snake. One of the two. That's usually what that comes down to. So
Maybe.
who knows? But
What's
go ahead.
What I was gonna say, what's pretty interesting on this episode is actually this is like kind of, if you look at it, where the show really starts. 'Cause
That's
now
true,
we have
yeah.
all the characters established. There's no like, obviously there's gonna be like not all the characters obviously because they ended the episode, but like all the people going to the island. They're now that we don't need to learn about anyone else. Everyone who's dead is dead, so that's pretty great. And then we get that really weird, very intense scene.
Oh, at the end?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, they kind of watching this alone.
You know, I watched the opening today, and like those two are at the beginning of the opening. I was like, what scene is that gonna be? And then lo and behold, they had it in this episode, and I was like, okay.
You were like, oh crap, the blinds are open.
Yep, close. skip.
They're definitely going to be hermits.
They're gonna be hermits, or they're gonna be like, I'm thinking maybe like they're like part of that plant they were on,
Oh,
and they're just like like a Venus flytrap, and it's gonna lure the guys in, like, because they were like on top of a really creepy thing.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if that's just like another
But
monster.
the face they gave them at the end was kind of like
That could be. That's true. That's very true. That's very true.
the only reason I think they're gonna be hermits, or you ever see there's that one clip where it shows like all the young guys like sitting in a circle, like it's in the opening.
Yes.
I think those guys are gonna be the only reason I think they're gonna be hermits is because they said like 3 times, so they're like they're old men. So I'm like they're definitely not gonna be old men.
All right, fair enough.
They
fair
said
enough,
it too much. For
fair
it
enough.
to, like,
Yeah.
Like it's like why do you gotta keep?
Why do you
saying
keep saying that? Keep saying that. Yeah, it's an interesting little addition there of hermits.
Yeah.
And this village that's out there. It's like, what is this?
Yeah.
Are there people here that are sadistic and making all these monsters? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows?
It's gonna be funny to see. I'm actually glad that guy, the blonde hair guy with the scar, and his girly looking brother,
Yes,
are the first ones to come in contact with like people, because he's just gonna want to kill him.
Oh yeah, hardcore. That's gonna be rough. I also wasn't really enjoying this episode too. Was we got to like hear about all of his the Hollow's moves, like his ninpos, and it was like going through in his head. It's like
so
none of these are gonna work.
Yeah.
And then he like just augments them with fire and like does the anime thing where it's like the same attack, but now I call it flaming or whatever, or flaming version,
aesthetic or something.
Yeah, flame aesthetic or something like that.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool though to see like that happen.
When he first went through all his attacks, I was like, no, slow down, I can't hear all these.
I didn't know. What was that? Those needles?
Yeah,
What?
it sounds really cool.
Come on, man. I enjoyed the hell out of it. And when he got hit that one time, just like, I got it. I can take this. And I was like, yes, that's awesome. Now, this was a very fun episode. Great fight. I enjoyed I enjoyed that this was like a full-on fight.
Yeah.
You know? That's why we need that anime sometimes, you know?
Yeah,
we just need a full episode fight scene.
Yeah, it was great.
And it was great.
I love the way they ended it. I think it made a lot of sense. Like smoke up in the air,
Yes.
so it had to come down. I did love like as soon as he like put on the flames, the Kunoichi was like, get the fuck out of here.
Yep, done run.
We gotta go. And the way she slit his head. I love when it went to hit Saguri, and Hollow came over and like held it down.
That
I
was
like,
so really cool.
so
Yeah, you guys are a good team. I'm also a really big fan of when she does like a good cut or whatever. It's just like, or whenever they do a good cut, it's just like quiet.
Yeah,
I think that's such a good little like
know
aesthetic thing they do. I think it's just to show how like it's a true cut or whatever. It's a true execution. So great episode.
I think
Really very happy they had this one because like every time every time this is a slow episode, I really need the next episode to be like catching me.
Yeah, unless it's like slow, like character backstory slow.
Sure.
Where it's like a character I care about.
Yeah,
that's probably gonna happen in Demon Slayer.
Probably at some point. Yeah,
but it's gonna be fine.
Yeah, where the Mist Kid's gonna get his. Although I do like how they're like sprinkling it.
Yeah,
with the Mist Kid. Like he's getting it. It's getting pieced together. They'll probably do a full episode of it somewhere. Maybe.
I hope they don't. But
me too.
Because we only have 13.
I know. And this show is so good.
And that means like we're gonna get like 10 to 11 of them are gonna be a fight. No, 11. I mean 11 to 12 are gonna be a fight.
Yes.
So
yes.
But Hell's Paradise, I think this is gonna be like where the show like starts to like get better and better and better.
Yes. Agreed.
But let's move on to Dr.Stone season
3.
Yes.
3. Yeah. Good. It's good. It was another very good episode. I laughed my ass off in it. I was laughing a lot in it actually.
Really funny parts.
But I'm glad they finally have the ship. I'm glad
ship is nuts, bro.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be a full episode too of them just like getting ready to build the ship or working on the ship still, just because like the way they were like. This is the way, like, how much time they had to deal with. They did a whole year time skip, and then they got the ship out there.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, good. I'm glad we got this. Glad we're doing onto our next thing right now. No more working over here. I do enjoy that the list of the crew is pretty much all the characters that talk in the show.
Yeah, minus the journalist.
Yeah, who cares about her?
The melon head girl who's definitely snuck on the ship. There's no doubt about that.
Oh yeah,
100%.
100%.
Are we supposed to act like she didn't?
Yeah, no way. They can't take her on the show.
And the queen.
Yeah, who cares about her either?
I'm trying to think if there's anyone else.
Yeah. They literally took.
They even took the villains.
They took Magma. Yeah. Or Magna. Yeah. They took Magna. They took the villains. Yeah.
Well, Magna, he's cool now.
He's cool now, but like he definitely a person that could have stayed behind. Like.
Well, someone pointed it out, and I was like, yes. And someone could have said, "It's like maybe somebody should stay behind."
Yes. Someone competent.
Someone who's very important.
Yeah.
Like instead, they're just like, I guess everyone there is pretty jacked, and maybe gives time for other characters to shine. I guess, but. Yeah, they literally just are like, the main characters coming along.
Yep. Everyone that's already in the show, you're staying in the show, guys.
Yeah. Everyone who made it so we're super successful and this place works, and if we run into any serious issues, they get fixed. fuck them. Let's leave.
Yep. If that ship goes down, humanity is still ending. I hope they know that. Like, it's still over.
But
So
that girl definitely snuck her way on.
Oh, 100% had to. I really enjoyed that. There's a lot we can talk about in the episode, but the part that I loved the most that I died at, I had to rewatch it 3 times when I was riding the bike, was when Ginero, the blonde-haired kid, jumps in to start swimming and only wants to do it as like an attention thing.
Yep.
And then Taiju, they're just like I fucking almost fell off the bike. I was laughing so hard. And just the kid's face, like, oh my God, no.
I just love, when he, what's his name, Taiju?
Taiju, yeah. Taiju.
When he showed up, he was just like, Ginro there was just like, he was just like, what the fuck? Like, he was so surprised. He was like, what the?
This was just an act.
His dream of like what happens when he comes back is like, ooh, ladies.
Yes. Yeah,
like,
he dreamed himself some like giant jack chieftain,
like a beard.
And the ship going down every single time in the background.
Yeah. Just like, okay. But yeah,
God.
That scene absolutely cracked me up. I thought it was really good. It was really cool getting the captain's backstory too, of how like he was greedy, but like he did like work really hard.
Yeah, he worked really hard for his own greed. You know, he like his greed drove him to do amazing things. Like he can build a 1:48 scale model of a ship perfectly. Like wild. Okay.
Well then, I think I love the part. What is it? They said his allowance was 1 million yen.
Yes.
Which is. Sorry, I'm doing the thing right now.
They're doing the conversion.
It's $7,400
a month.
Yeah,
whatever.
I mean, for a child.
Yeah,
that's why the maids are like only what the which he just put into the stock market.
Well, I enjoyed that he was saying like my very existence on the stock market is a changing factor or something like that. So like because his family's so famous, that he's just like if he does anything on the stock market, it all shifts. He was like I'm gonna control everything.
Mm-hmm.
So. I love that. Was told he wasn't old enough to play VR, which weird. Yeah, but
I know.
Like he probably should have done like go-kart racing, dude, or something. That made more sense. But no, instead, he just built his own VR company or something like that. It was like it's great. It's a great story. I love it.
It was good. I really much enjoyed it. Francois backing him up and everything like that.
I know. I love Gen too when they were whatever they wanted. Senku was gonna like, we're gonna downgrade, whatever, and he was like, well, I'll build a 1:48 model and I can do this. And Senku was like, all right, do it. And Gen was like, should we try to get money out of him to do this first? Like, should he like pay us to do this? It was like, I love Gen. I'm glad Gen's coming along. Yeah. He kills me. The mental. He might be. He might be one of. I'm not sure yet, but he might be my favorite character in the show after Senku.
Oh, really?
I love Gen.
I do love him.
Gen cracks me up.
I love him too. I'm trying to think.
Right? Yeah.
He's definitely number 2.
Yeah.
He just has much more of a personality than everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
And he's level-headed, but also he's a fucking like shyster.
Yep.
Which I love.
Right down to it. He wants to rob everybody.
I did love like what they're like. They're like, hey, for the power crew, whatever, and all. They're like,
wait for your name to be called.
Yeah, I love when they take the pictures too, and they're like, oh wow, great handwriting to whatever that girl's name. I can't remember her. The main girl.
Oh, Gohaku.
And then it was the muscle girl that actually did it. And then Senku's like, he's like, oh, good idea, putting notes on pictures. That's a really good idea. So then his like notes on his pictures.
Oh
my
God, I loved it. I loved it. Everyone's like, all right, calm down, dude. No, I thought it was great. I am very pumped to see where this ship goes now. I think it's going to be great several episodes. They're going to go get space equipment now.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's really cool.
I thought they landed on
Me too, because I don't understand how the people made it there then, how that village, because the village is the descendants of...
Well, I mean, I guess like global shifts could happen over thousands of years.
I guess that's...
And maybe that island isn't actually that far off the coast. Maybe it really isn't that far off the coast.
That could be true. That could be very true. I mean, not to argue. I remember when they landed, they had to. So the way I thought it worked, I thought is that they landed there and then everything shifted, like it all globally shifted, so that island wasn't an island anymore. Because because they had to build a boat to get out there.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me.
No, it makes sense.
It makes zero sense. I thought we were there the entire time. It's like, how did they get all this stuff out there? Like, how did this grave where his dad was supposed to be? How did they get that there?
Yeah.
You know, it's like
unless. No, he said that's the island they started on.
Yeah,
so,
and they didn't leave that island ever.
No, they didn't. Because they rowed a boat,
and those people probably died.
No. I'm saying he did get them by rowing a boat, but then he just brought them back to the island. So it's not like I can understand if they landed on an island. I don't know. No. It doesn't make sense.
Maybe the next episode will describe what happened. But
yeah, maybe.
We'll find out. But I'm really pumped to see that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, good episode.
And then let's move on to the last anime, which so good.
Mashle
Muscle and Magic and Muscles.
Magic and Muscles.
Magic and Muscles.
Mashle is a gem. I thought this show came out. I was like, this is gonna be a very good comedy. You know, I'm gonna enjoy it. It's not gonna be that good. You know, it was one of those things where it's like I'm gonna enjoy the rest of the anime so much more. But it's my number 2 anime right now.
Oh, absolutely.
For this current season.
Yeah, not all the time.
No.
Crazy.
It's hilarious.
It's so
it was like,
funny,
how has this gem been buried for so long? Like, I'm just surprised they didn't like start making this the moment the manga came out. It was so funny.
When did the manga come out?
I don't know, but I'm saying that like the moment it got printed, they should have been making it. Like literally, they should have the episode ready to go before the manga came out. I enjoyed at the beginning there how they gave us a rundown of what the houses were.
Yeah, that's cool.
And I know it's a Harry Potter copycat essentially,
sure.
but I did enjoy how it was like. So one of the entire time, it's like you copy pretty much everything else in Harry Potter. Why not have 4 houses? But it makes sense not to have just a villain house.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that. It's like, let's not just don't put all the bad kids in one house. That makes total sense.
Yeah,
that's a nice little improvement. I also enjoy how all the animals for these houses are cool and not stupid. Yep. Not a fucking badger.
Not a badger.
Like an orca is considerably cooler than a badger.
Oh, 1,000% cooler than a badger. And all the names are cool, like Alder.
I
Lang.
don't remember them. Yeah, man, I'm sure.
I literally think the orca house is literally just called like orcas or something.
Probably. I thought it was very interesting. I'm gonna be interested to see how that goes and like. If is Mash in a house?
Yeah, he's an Alder.
He's an Alder. Okay.
Adler.
Okay.
It's Adler, Orca, and Lang. Adler, the Gryffindor house.
Yeah. So I thought that was really cool opening to this episode. Just gives us a little more understanding of the world.
I enjoy that, especially the whole thing was like Adler was like courage and something else, and then Lang was like. Something and like it was pretty much just the same thing. And I was like, these words are all very synonymous. But
all these things mean the same thing.
But they appear to be the villain house. Like they're going to become the villain house. Going forward, because you remember like clearly that one guy has puppet magic because he was holding onto a puppet and there's a bunch of puppets behind him.
Yes,
like things behind.
He's
him.
also in the opening having puppet powers.
Oh yeah.
I watched all the openings there.
Yeah,
for some
it's
reason.
a great opening.
It's really good.
And then he like drops a bunch of stupid things. He's like, we have to. I don't even remember what their goal was. Wasn't it just to beat up people or something? I don't.
Pretty much. I mean, so I don't know. Are they? I don't know. Are they? Did they say they were part of a house or they're laying? Okay,
yeah.
All right. So they're this organization of elitists essentially who they want the next divine visionary to have 2 things: good blood and overwhelming magical power. So that's what the next one has to have, and they're gonna crush everyone else who is not worthy of that. So they're gonna just keep they're gonna run and beat up kids for their silver coins if you're not essentially old money.
Yeah,
like
old money. Yeah. Now, if you are listening to the podcast, you have heard us talking about this one thing since the show started because we got to see all the characters that are going to be in the show, and we desperately were waiting for Dot Barrett. We're like, Dot Barrett's going to be one of our favorite characters. We just had by the look of him. Just the way he's like in the opening, the ending, we're like, we can feel like it. And actually, one point when he first came in, he was like kind of a dick. I was like, maybe I hyped him up too much. I was wrong. The guy's amazing. He lived up to everything we wanted him to be.
Everything we needed him to be.
He's so good.
He's hilarious. He is currently, I think he might be the funniest character in the show right now.
Hands down.
Easily. Like, he's funnier than Mash. And I think Mash is hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, this kid is amazing. I love it. He has explosion power, first off. That's great.
Dope magic.
That is dope magic. And for a hothead, that's always a great combo. It's hilarious when he's just blowing kids up left and right. But he immediately comes in with to Mash and is like, I'm going to be better than you in every way. And then
you're a side character, I'm a main character.
I know. I love that.
Yeah.
And then Lemon comes over and she's like, oh, hi, Mash. And he's like, no, I hate people like you. I loved his reasoning.
You're
was
messing
that,
up the ratio.
I know
of the
that
world.
like by statistics, there should be an equal amount of men and women in the world. So there should be a one person for everyone else essentially. But no women ever like me. And it's because of people like you who just like attract all the women.
You're
That's
ruining
why,
the birth rate and everything. That's why we have a low birth rate.
oh
and
my
stuff
god!
Like that,
His whole point was to become divine visionary, join the Bureau of Magic, and kill all the good-looking people.
Now,
oh my god!
so I'm like, and you said you did it too, but like, I'm a big fan of replaying a scene. I find absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
And he had both the scenes for me. One, I'll let you talk on the second one. I'm going to talk about the first one. I don't know why, but the way they draw him is fucking hilarious.
It's amazing.
It's literally the scene of him like Mash gets lost. He's with Lance, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm zoned out. Now I'm by myself." And then Dot comes running in. He's like, "Yeah." And then I'm it just like when he
I'm gonna show up that mushroom head.
Yeah, and he sees Mash. He's like. Like just the way they drew his face, like I've replayed it like 5 times. It was so funny.
It's so good.
And then it was so funny. We're trying this new thing, and I think it's been going pretty well. Where we don't watch all the anime together. We only watch one together.
Man. Yeah.
What?
We don't have time. And
we don't really have time, but I think it adds a little sometimes.
Yeah, sure. We have more to talk about.
Yeah, we were talking, but we talked about Mash for like literally 3 seconds, and you brought up like the one scene. I was like, yes, that scene was fucking hilarious.
Oh, with that. So when they they encounter this girl whose power,
silver hair vixen.
Yes, whose power is if anyone is attracted to her even slightly, she can make them fall in love, which is an alright power. That's a very
powerful power.
Very powerful power. Yes, for against men until she fights a straight female.
Yeah. Well, girls could be did she say fall in love or was it attracted?
Fall in love.
I thought they would if they were slightly.
If they have a slight attractiveness, she can make them fall in love with her.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm not getting into that one. So
she's pretty hot.
Yeah. So
so we be fucked.
So she uses her power on Dot, who she points out this probably didn't even need to use her power on him, and the entire time he's just freaking the fuck out because he can't play it cool around a woman. And there's one scene I think when their like knees touch, and he just like heavenly music starts playing, and he just like turns all white, and he's like, oh,
like ethereal. Yeah.
I was dying
Oh
during
my God,
the entire
scene,
scene.
like,
I'm just like I was dying. He's like, make sure that she doesn't think you're weird. Play it cool. And he's just punching himself in the face.
Like,
It's like ah.
Well, I love when their knees first touch it. It's like there's a light that's like, and he's like, dude, he lived up, and he's only gonna get better.
100% because just the way that the ending shows him too. It's like they're just making him carry all the shit usually, so he's gonna be the dork of the group that everybody's fun of. I can't wait.
He's only gonna get better, and him and Mash are gonna be so fucking funny.
They're amazing.
Did love when she was trying to hit on Mash.
Mash was like,
literally was like, he's like, I didn't do anything. And then she's like, oh my God, what the heck? Blah, blah. She's like, I have you more powers. She's like, but you have me. She's like, physical touch, smell, like hearing, whatever.
Everything.
And he's like, I told you I didn't do anything.
As the rose just falls apart in the background.
Dude, yeah. This episode was so good. I totally forgot, like, because Dot is so great and how funny it was. I totally forgot the whole sequence of them cutting up and turning it, and he just keeps turning it. Mash keeps turning it into a cream puff, and I love one of the things. I don't know if it's bad translation or like they actually Lance actually said it is that when he made it into a cream puff for the second time after Lance is like over him, he's like he said, "Why is this?" He just said, "Why is this?
Why is this?"
He's so broken he can't even speak.
Why is this? I watched him do it, and I still don't understand how he did it. I was dying when they had to quiet the mandrake roots. Also, Harry Potter. They're just like, cast the magic, quiet it. Mash just fucking punches his. It's like it shuts it, it knocks it out.
Well, I love it when he like slaps it. I love it. I watched this a few times. He slaps it. It goes. I was like, why? Oh, because he does that to Dot too. He slaps Dot.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
And then he yells at him for wasting calories.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. Mash is so good. I also really enjoyed. So they have another bully there.
Oh, this bully sucks.
This bully does suck. He's got 2 lines, so he's got a lot of magic. Hasn't been kicked out because of that, pretty much. And he hits Mash initially with his steel or stone magic. And Mash is like, you think for a second, like, oh, did Mash get hurt there? Because he's like holding his stomach and all this stuff. And it's like, no. He just making sure his cream puff wasn't destroyed. It's like, oh, I thought he crushed it. And Lance is like, Put that in a bag. It's unsanitary.
Yeah, I know.
I love how Lance is just a friend now.
Yeah,
he just
there.
immediately in the group, and he's like, "I'm smarter than all of you. I'm going to make sure that you don't bring our dorm down. You're going to pass classes. No one else is going to steal those coins but me." Mm-hmm. And then he's just like, he can't handle the stupidity of Mash.
Yeah,
and this is great. I love how he's going to throw
Lance
something.
Is definitely going to be the leader.
Oh my god, when he. When it just cuts away, meanwhile, and Lance and the other two dorks just found Lance holding on to him.
And Finn, and they're like,
"Oh my god, save us!" It's like, oh my god.
Well, I love right in the beginning. That show's so good. I love right in the beginning. Finn and Mash are just sitting at the table, and Finn's like, what a nice calm day, isn't it great? And Mash is like, yeah, it is really nice. And also Finn's like, oh my god, we forgot our potion thing. And Mash is like, oh no, blah, blah. It's like we have to take this serious, and then it just shows Mash in the background pretending to be he's like, oh no,
what should we be doing?
Lance just literally comes in, he's like, I'm helping you guys. That's pretty much.
It doesn't make a million cream pies.
Every character is great.
Why
do you always say cream
pie?
pie?
I don't know why.
Just like every character is great. Dot is he's already.
Dot shot right to the top.
Yeah,
Dot was everything I wanted him to be and more.
And more.
And
I can't wait just to keep having him in the show.
100%. I can't wait to see Mash kill this bully. By the way.
Yeah, that for 100. I cannot fucking wait. I actually it's like an intense anime I'm watching. Right, like with Tanjiro did his what was that move he did today?
Head dance or whatever.
Head dance was sick. Which we really didn't go into more detail. We should have wanted more detail on that. There was just so much in Demon Slayer.
So much going on.
Yeah.
It was awesome though.
It was so sick. And I'm like, ooh, or like something happens. I'm like, oh, like because it's an intense show in anime when the villain hurt Dot and a little rock hit the cream puff out of Mash's hand. I went,
you're dead now, buddy. You're dead now.
I was like,
start praying.
I love seeing Mash for there's still 2 minutes left. Mash is just like, oh my god.
My god, my snacks, my calorie intake.
Yeah, I was like, you're so fucking. I can't wait to watch Mash fuck him up.
He's gonna destroy him.
Yeah, it's gonna take Mash. I imagine. I don't know if it was steel or rock or something. It said something like iron at the end, but
maybe.
But it looks like rock.
Yeah, whatever.
But all I know is it's going to be like Mash punching through them at first, and then he's going to make a harder version, and Mash is still going to end up punching
with his punching magic.
The last do you have something else?
No, I think that's pretty. I mean, that was the episode. They probably missed something, but it's all great.
One thing I just want to say that I do love about the show is there's a lot of times there's the female character who is trying to get the main character to marry them, or they don't want to give them. I love that Lemon's just straight up like, will you marry me?
I know.
I know. No problem.
Lemon has she's got no shame. No shame at all. She's going right for it. She's found her forever man. She's taking him.
I love it.
I think it's hilarious.
I love it.
This whole squad. This is gonna be such a good squad.
Yeah. That's what when Dot went on the whole thing about the 1-on-1 women or whatever, and then it cuts, and that's when Lemon's like, Mash, will you marry me? And they're all just talking, not listening to him at all. I was like,
as he's trying to be the main character and he's really a side character.
Yeah, him and Mash are gonna be so.
They're gonna be such good friends. I can't wait.
Yeah, can't wait.
Oh my god, he's got a cool wand too.
He's that's another thing. When you said he's a hothead, but I was like, his magic's fucking sick.
Yeah, the explosions that he was doing.
One where they exploded.
Yeah, where there's it's like constant explosion. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, that's really cool.
That's awesome. Too bad the one guy just has magic completely suited against him.
Yeah, I know. It's really perfect for it.
Yeah, exactly.
The biggest douche. I can't wait till his face gets punched in.
Yes.
Thank you, Normal Nerd Nation, for listening and maybe even watching another podcast episode. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, Reddit, YouTube, and Instagram. Davis is always posting hilarious memes on there.
Also, like and subscribe while you're at it, and leave a rating if you have some time. It helps people find the show.